In this video, we will see how we have to set up the Multi I/O to use one of its connections as a binary input. So the Multi I/O is also capable of handling binary inputs. To achieve this, you simply have to go to the parameters, and under the channel tab, you can now set up the channel as a binary input. Now in my case, I use the channel function 3 as a binary input, and right here we can see the channel 3 tab has appeared, and within we have two new windows where we can set up the parameters. First of all, I will give it a name. I will simply call it switch living room. So I want to turn on and off the light in the living room, which is the first channel of the Multi I/O. And now below that, you can specify a function that you want to link this binary input to. So switching function, dimming shutter. Then you can also specify a value that should be sent when the binary input is triggered. You can call a scene, and the Multi I/O is also capable of impulse counting. In my case, I only want to use the switching function. Then you have to specify whether you have a normally closed or open contact. And you can also enable or disable a lock functionality. So this window is the same no matter which function you choose. So dimming function, send value, always is the same here. But the window that is changing according to your function that you choose is the second window. Now in this case, the switching function, we can either differentiate between press and release, so an open or a closed contact, or we could also differentiate between short button press and long button press. Now with that, we can specify which value should be sent whenever the contact is closed or opened. Now in the case of a closed, so a pressed contact, I want to switch on, and on release, I want to switch off. You can also enable a second output where you can specify another sending behavior. I won't use it, so I will come back to the group objects, and you can see one group object has been created for the binary input, the switch living room output A. So I will open up the group addresses and I will drag and drop it to the spots in the living room. And with that, we can program the modified devices, which now in this case is only the KNX IP Multi I/O. And now that the download has finished, we can see if the functionality works as intended. And therefore I will open up the diagnostics page and we'll start to listen. And as you can see, everything works as intended. The binary input sends an on telegram, then we get the feedback of the output, and then the light is going to be turned off, as well as the feedback. So that's how you implement a binary input with the KNX IP Multi I/O.